Alright, when you have a YouTube channel, you have guys helping you out all the time. So on this grinder stand, I've got two different grinders, and it was pointed out to me that this rest was below the halfway point. In fact, they told me that it had to be like a 1/16 of an inch above the halfway. So we're not going to split hairs here, but halfway is about there. And as this wheel wears, I get a bigger gap down here, and stuff does get sucked down in there by accident. So I would say, we won't move the wheel, I would say halfway point is going to be about there, eh? And then once I get it close, I'm actually going to sharpen this, or not sharpen, but clean the stone too. This is a really, really good little grinder. Oh. Maybe it's metric. It's got to go up and in. No, that's as high as it'll go, guys. That's as high as it'll go. Drop, please. I wonder if that's metric. I think that might be metric. $13 or $12. Wouldn't that be something of a unit this old being metric? Yeah. Okay, let's just see how much of adjustment we've got in here. Well, we can take it up quite a ways. Almost to center anyway, eh? We'll have a look at that after we tighten them up. Let's just get a little level. Okay, there's the center point. Oh, that's not bad. That's much better than it was. That's as high as I can go, guys. Let's try the other side. It's all different. So that's why it was never up to the halfway point, because it would never reach. We'll do the other grinder too and see how close it is. So those are metric on this one. Oh yes, and I wanted to. This bench grinder is mounted with wing nuts, and I'm just going to tighten those up too. Okay, let's turn this around. Okay, let's see what we got here. Halfway. Oh, that's pretty good. That's as good as I can do. Right there. Is that back one stripped? Is it the bolt or is it the... I know it's the bolt. See that? Look at that. So, all right, we found out that the bolt was stripped, which is very, very, very feasible, right? safety glasses. I want it to be, this is the other one. I want it to be about that long on the thread. So right there, eh? Okay, here we go. Okay, now we need the grinder, right? Or that new bolt burnishing tool that's floating around out there. Come on. Nothing's easy, guys. Nothing's easy. Back, we'll get this ground up and we'll come back. We got to remember the initial objective was to drain the swamp. So now I've shortened this bolt to be the same length as the other one that's on the same guard. And I'm just making the threads work here. In an M8, I believe it's an M8 bolt. Okay. All right, let's put this back together again. We need a small lock washer and a flat. It's just you can sure tell this isn't as an expensive. This is not as inexpensive a grinder as the other one, eh? So I am just putting these two bolts on right there. One there and one right there. Whoop. I'm trying to get this little rest to be as close and as firm. Ooh, I'm sorry. So there and there. That one's now a 10 millimeter because I had to use a different bolt. So that's about as high as I can go, guys. And then we'll put a 10 millimeter on there too. One's a 14 and one's a 10. Now I'm going to clean them up. I'll be right back. Okay, like I told you guys earlier in my comments, I was not raised in a shop. My working life was a kind of a nomad equipment installer with a truck full of tools. So all of the lessons I learned from you guys are good lessons. So I am now going to treat these stones. I've done this before. Like I've had my little shop for 7 years, right? So I'm going to, first of all, get the aluminum and stuff out of the stone, and then I'm just going to square it up, eyeball. This should make some dust. Go to the other side. Now there is a bit of aluminum in this one. You can see the glitter. Aluminum, lead. anything, right? So let's, I'm going to put some earphones on. There's a piece of stuff here. Here. Let's do this again here. This guy cleans out the wheel. And there was also a groove in this wheel, like from sharpening blades and drill bits and stuff. Probably right at that peak there. So now we're going to fix this. And I'm surprised they were in bad a shape as I thought. Trying to hold my breath. Look at me. Fun. So now these should be squared up a lot better. This one's not turning anymore. And this little wheel is squared up pretty good. I might have to move that guard in a little bit. There's a bit of a pinch point there, right? That's easy. I lost some stone cleaning it up. And over on this side, let's just cheat a little bit here. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Good. Okay, let's take you in and I'll just clean this area up. That was too cool. I might just adjust this a little bit more now that you guys are here. There, I've got a very small space in there now. Huh. I lost a little diameter on those wheels. Okay, that'll do. So there we are, nice and close, and a nice square wheel again. Well, that feels good too. Perfect. Sorry for the movement. Yeah, you guys should be happy now. That looks a little better, doesn't it? So those creep up on you. I did this about probably 4 or 5 years ago now, so like I say, it does creep up on you. I hope I can turn this into some kind of a video.